Other questions? Joe?
Jeff Gordon was in here and mentioned.
He came in here? Jeff Gordon came in here?
He did. Yeah.
Wow.
I know, you're amazed.
That's awesome, man. I never would have thought Jeff Gordon would have came in here. That's pretty cool.
You're sitting right there, I believe.
He was sitting right here?
Yeah, man.
Oh, my God. I'm sitting in the seat Jeff Gordon sat in. That's awesome. Can I take this home? Can I take this? I mean, I won the race. Can I take this chair? Thank you. I'll send somebody back for it after I leave.
Okay.
But go ahead. I'm trying to continue.
He said that if this was the old system, you'd be running away with it. Is that something?
Yeah, but it's not the old system.
I mean, do you
so
guys
why
even
are we talking about the old system?
Well, I didn't even.
In case you didn't know, we haven't used that system for 5 years now. So why are we talking about the old system?
Well,
Who
that's
cares?
what I was going to ask you. I mean, do you even?
No, you guys are the ones that bring it up. We don't care. We know what the system is.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon mentioned it. He was sitting right there. He used that same microphone.
You would think I would feel the vibe from it right now and understand that, but I don't even talk about the old system because we don't use it anymore. I mean, it's not even a factor in the equation. So it's like, yeah, we know we would have, but that's not what system we run under. We all know it's starting the year, and unless they go back to it, who cares?
I guess my point.
Except for Jeff Gordon.
I guess my point was after leading in the points all year long, and then falling back a little bit at the beginning, that wasn't a factor at all for you guys.
In what way?
I mean, you didn't let that get you down at all, and
you're kidding, right?
I'm struggling.
We know what the system is, so we knew that when we got.
But you fell from first to whatever.
Yeah, but you know that can happen. I mean, everybody's points are reset. The whole field was within 40 points of each other going into Loudon. I mean. It doesn't take a math major to understand what the system is.
Or a journalist.
Obviously. You said it this time.
Help me out, Jenna.
I'm going to move on to something different.
I mean, the thing is, we had the whole time that we were in the lead to think about that, but we didn't think about it. I mean, all we did was worry about the significance is just making sure you're in the top 12 when it comes time for Richmond. It doesn't matter whether you're leading. It doesn't matter how many you're leading by. It doesn't matter if you only make the chase by 1 point and you're 2,000 points behind the leader. The points are going to be reset, and that's the mindset that we all start Daytona with. And you know it. I mean, it's not a situation where anybody that's leading the points is going to be, they shouldn't be disappointed because that's what the system is. We understand what it is. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, the system's a cool system. So it's like Bruce said. I mean, now we've got 6 guys within 100 points of the lead after 3 races. So it obviously makes sense, and there's a reason that they've done it. So it's like there's no point in even worrying about the old system and how it all works. Why didn't you just tell me what answer you wanted? I could have said it, and we can all get the hell out of here. I still got a race tonight.
Jennifer, our AP, cut him some slack. Someone had to play David Newton's role this week.
I'm just glad you're babysitting him tonight.
You said you got a race tonight. What's your plan? I guess you got rained out last night.
Yeah, as soon as I get done with this stimulating conversation that we're having here and make me feel smarter when I leave here, then I'm going to go get to Knoxville as quickly as I can. So that's my goal, is to get out of here soon. Just hint. I'm sorry? I think we'll keep the chair on the bus. We probably don't really have room to get it in the door of the plane, but I'm really excited about my new chair, by the way. I'm hoping that maybe we'll just keep it in the bus next week, and I'll see if I can get Jeff to sign it for me and put it in my new house. I like Jeff and respect Jeff. I think it'd be pretty cool to have a chair signed by Jeff Gordon. So.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Bruce Martin, SI.com. Darien, you were come from a team that had a lot of success out of California. You guys are now heading to California, and your outlook on coming up with a good strategy and a good car to run there next week?
We're really looking forward to it. We got some good cars. We've made a lot of changes to our entire fleet in the last few months, trying to get things more acclimated to what Tony needs in a race car. We finished 8th there in the spring with our second race together, so I feel like we've learned a lot of lessons through the year, so hopefully we'll be able to go back and improve on that.
I agree with Darien. I mean, we were still just learning each other, going into California in the spring. So, going around this time, I mean, we obviously know each other better. We've had time to, make mistakes and make decisions that worked for me. And he's, we've learned the feel that I like together, and that's something that'll help us definitely for next week. So it's a much more, I'm anticipating California a lot more this time than the spring.
Let's go upstairs for a question. Go ahead.
Dave Ryan, USA Today. Tony, following up on that, the relationship with Darien, I think on the radio interview, he said that when Darian makes a call, you never question it. Is that something recent, or is that just, do you just have the chemistry to click with him like you did with Zippy, or is it just something that's developed over the season?
That was only about an hour and a half ago I really felt that way. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Honestly, I mean, when we started this thing in the spring, I mean, there were times when, when I was sitting in the car and I told him what my balance was, and he told me what we were going to change, and I was like, wow, is that the right way to go? And I told him that too. I mean, it's just learning each other. It's learning a new package. It was a big learning curve for me to learn a new chassis. So, Darien obviously knows what these cars like and what this chassis package likes, and it's just a matter of tailoring it to what I like feel-wise in the car. So, there were times the first couple races where I didn't necessarily understand why we were doing something, but when you go out there and it responds positively to those changes, you gain that confidence right away, and I do. I have the same confidence in Darien that I had in Zippy for 10 years. So, it doesn't take long, and the great thing is, I've been really blessed and lucky over the last 11 years to have two really good crew chiefs that I can talk to about anything and that I've connected with. So, it definitely helps on days like today.
Go back to the back up on the stage. Go ahead.
Tony Casey, walk-up, KSN Sports Wichita. Is there something about this track that you like, given that you've come away with the checkered flag twice now?
It's round. We really like that part. No, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, we've been lucky enough to win at all but 3 tracks on the schedule, and that's a goal of mine, is to win at those other 3. But there's nothing. I've had more local news people ask me what I think about the racetrack, and I think the same thing about it. I came the first time. I liked it when I came here the first time, and I still like it. But in case you didn't know, this track is exactly the same as Chicago. I mean, even down to the bus lot. So, it's another track on our schedule. But the cool thing is there's a lot of short track, dirt track fans from this area, and that's what makes coming here different than some of the other places we go to, because of the dirt track routes that we have here.
Jim Peltz has a question. We get him the mic, please.
Run.
Real fast. Darien, the decision to take 2 tires at the end, was that irrespective of what Biffle was doing, taking 4? In other words, was that irrelevant? And were you surprised then that he did and then came out behind Tony?
Yeah, it was. I actually think his plan may have been 2 tires. We heard him call on the radio that they switched from 2 to 4 at the last minute. I don't know if that was because he slid his tires coming in the box or anything like that, but we had made our plan. We were going to stick to it, and hope the other guys didn't make that same decision.
Anyone else? Okay, Tony, Darien, congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Keep my chair.
He's not only the driver, he's the boss. I mean, does he turn all that duty over to you on race day? That you're the boss on race day?
It turns into driver crew